Hey, business owners, I am so glad you're here today. If you're someone who is struggling to figure out how to create a brand identity for your business, this is going to be the video for you. Now, if you don't know what a brand is or you don't know how to create a brand identity, this is also going to be the video for you because I'm going to explain what a brand is, why you need one, and then also walk you through how you can create a really strong brand identity that you can use on all of your content. So when we are talking to people that we want to do business with, we need a way to stand out from all of the other people who might be selling the same or similar products to what we are selling. So when we have a strong brand identity, it really helps to make us stand out from the crowd. It gives our potential customers a great way to know that when they pick our products, when they see our branding on social media or wherever they are on the internet, when they see our logo, our colors, our branding, they're going to know that they are working with us, and they're going to know that they can get the level of service, the quality, the whatever it is that you bring to the table that distinguishes you from all the other people out there who are selling the same products and services. That is what you need to include in your brand identity. So when you're a new business owner and potential customers have no idea who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, having a strong brand identity is going to help you make that connection. So I'm going to give you an example of a brand, of two brands that really do similar things, but these brands have created strong brand identities and a following of people who will not use any other product than their product. So you're probably wondering what products I'm talking about. I'm actually talking about Coke and Pepsi. So for those soda drinkers out there or those pop drinkers out there, Coke and Pepsi have unique followers. There are some people who will drink nothing but Coke. And then there are other people who want nothing but Pepsi. Now, there's some people out there that can't tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi, and they'll buy, whatever. But if you're a diehard Coke fan and you go to the grocery store, your eyes are going to zero in on that red packaging and that logo. The same thing goes for Pepsi. When you go to the grocery store, you're going to know, you're going to zero in on that Pepsi can or that Pepsi bottle, and you're going to identify that logo. And that is what you want for your business. You want your ideal customers, when they're scrolling through social media, you want them, when they see your logo, you want them to stop and pay attention. And when you provide service and when you provide quality products and you give potential customers and existing customers what they're looking for, you are going to create an amazing connection that will make it so that when someone thinks about whatever it is that you do, they're going to think about your business. They're going to think about your logo. They're going to think about your brand colors and the fonts and how you bring all of that together. Now, believe it or not, the fonts that you choose, the colors you choose in your brand identity needs to fit with the personality of your business. So once you have decided to sell a product, let's say that you have a weight loss product. Do you want to come across as someone who is serious, someone who is entertaining, someone who is a jokester, someone who is sad, someone who is happy. You want to bring forth the personality that you want to convey. And nothing does that better than fonts, font combinations, colors. All of these things really go together to elicit emotions. And believe it or not, we are all buying based on our emotions. We're buying based on that know, like, and trust factor. So now let's look at this is a brand board template. Now we have brand board templates on our site, and what we've done is we've created these templates that make it super easy for you to add your fonts, your colors, your images, and all the things that go into creating your brand identity. All of that stuff will be on one page, and you can access it using your tablet, your cell phone, your laptop, your desktop. You can print this out and you can put it in a binder. There are lots of ways that you can use this. And actually, I'm going to pause for a second and go over to our site, and I'll show you some other examples of how you can use this branding board, because you want this to be available to you whenever you create content. So one moment, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is our brand board template, and here are some images to kind of give you an idea of how you can use this. So let's say that you print this out in a poster size format, and you put it in a frame and you hang it in your office. This is going to be a constant reminder to you of what your brand looks like. And you might even want to get feedback from your friends and family in terms of what this combination conveys. So let's say that you have a brand that you want to come across as serious. So you can ask your friends and family what they think. Is this serious enough? Is it lighthearted? Is it sad? Is it happy? What are the things that you want to come across to your ideal customers? And so here is another way that you could use this. This is basically just showing, that this document makes branding easy. Here's another way that you could use your branding board. So you could basically use this, put it in a frame, and stick it on a shelf. And see, this is basically, because this is showing fashion, then you can use something like this when you're creating your ads. So let's say that you're creating an ad for some shoes that you're promoting. You can make sure that everything matches up with your branding, and you can make sure that your font is on your image, the colors line up, and that you have images that really speak to the people that you want to work with. Now, here is a picture of the actual branding board. Now, when you buy this branding board, what you're going to get is this image. You're going to get the template, a link to the template, and let me just zoom out. So this is what you're going to get when you buy one of our templates. You're going to get a PDF that looks like this, and you're going to click on that PDF where it says get my template, and you're going to be taken over to Canva, and it will say a template created by the Digital Life was shared with you. Start designing now. So this is our name on Canva. We're called the Digital Life. And you want to make sure that you're looking at an image of the template that you purchased. And then at the bottom here, you're going to see two buttons. You want to click on this white button that says use template for a new design. So you're going to click on that. And then Canva is going to make a copy of this template that you can use to make it your own. So you can make edits, you can change this, you can change the colors, you can do whatever you want to make this your own. What I would do is I would keep it extremely simple. Now, when you make this purchase, when you buy your template, you're also going to get a cheat sheet. So this is our Canva cheat sheet, and it's going to give you a lot of great information as well. You're going to be able to figure out, if you've never used Canva before, it's going to show you how Canva is organized. And the thing I want to bring your attention to is the Canva color palette tools. So when you click on this, it will take you to the section where you can learn about the Canva product, the Canva color palette tools. So these are going to be highlighted, and let me just click on one of these for you. And this is where you're going to be able to get color ideas, right? And if you, let's say that you have an image that you want to use in your branding board, all you're going to do is just click on this purple button, and we're just going to take this image right here, and we're going to upload it, and see what it does is it will go into this document, into your image that you uploaded, and it's going to pull out the main colors. Now, when it pulls out the main colors, you're going to be able to click on these colors, and that will copy what they call the hex code. All colors are represented by a set of numbers and letters. When you look at dusty gray, the hex code for dusty gray is this number right here. So when you click on this, that's going to copy that color number. And when you go over to Canva, let's just go over, and we're going to click on the background. When we click on the background, we're going to be able to see, and let me just zoom in on this so that it will be easier for you to see. We're going to click on this, and we're going to just paste in that color, which is our dusty gray color. And we're going to click on that and see how it makes that color show up on this image. Now, we can get rid of that color. Let's click on Baltic Sea. And as you can see, here is the hex code right here. We're going to copy that. You can also click on the image itself or the color itself, and it will copy that color for you. And we're going to get rid of the one that we put in there to begin with, the dusty gray. And we're going to click on, now see how that color shows up? So now we're going to just change the color. See how easy it is to change the colors on our document? Now, if we want to get rid of that, we can do that, and we can just go back to white. We can make the background white. Now, if you want to change the font, let's say that you want to change the font on this word. Instead of using the one provided, you can make it more of a serious looking font. And see how that looks? It looks bold, and it looks a little bit more serious. You can click on this. This is some curved lettering. Let's say, we'll just say that the company was established in 1985. I don't know. Okay, so then we've got established in 1985. If we want to make that, curve a little less severe, we can just kind of play around with this and see. This looks a lot, in my opinion, it looks a lot better. Now, if we want to get rid of or we want to do something with our little star here, move that up, and then we can move our lettering up. Okay, let's see what else. So now we have our G in the tan garland. We're just going to make that We'll change that. And we'll just change all the things that say George. We will change them to say, we'll change them to have the same wording, but it'll be arranged a little bit differently. And see, that gives it a totally different look. Now, again, if you want to alter these colors, you can certainly do that. You can go back out to the color palette generator. You can, and if you click on colors, there are a lot of different things that you can do with colors in Canva. So you can get color palette ideas. And as you can see right here, there are tons of different color palettes. There is the color wheel. So this kind of gives you an idea of the colors that maybe work together well. And then this gives you color meanings. I really like this because you want to, if you want to figure out what your colors are conveying, then you can learn about, the various colors here. So let's just click on this and it says read more about orange. So this looks like, to me, it looks more yellow, but it says that this is an orange color. It's going to give you the kind of a meaning of that color. It's going to give you the hex code of that color. It's going to give you some color combinations that you might want to think about. It gives you all kinds of great information about the color orange. And the thing that you really want to know when you're establishing your brand is you want to know, what does that color convey? And then if you decide to use that color, you want to, once you get all of your colors together and you have created your brand board and how these colors look together, then you can even kind of test it out with friends and family. You could do something like a mock-up like this, where you put the brand board into a frame, or you can print it out, and maybe you can also do a mock-up that, just kind of puts it into a document and just send it out to your friends and family and get feedback. And that way you can kind of, if you don't get the feedback that you would hope for, then you can decide whether you want to make tweaks to it or whether you want to just, move forward with your original ideas. But creating a brand board is going to really give you that foundation that you need when you start creating content. You want your content to be readily identifiable and recognized by your audience. When people are scrolling, when they're on their social media feed, you want them to know that, this is my content and I want you to take a look at it. And the other great thing about this is when you have a brand and you consistently deliver quality to your audience, then they are going to reward you by knowing you, liking you, trusting you, clicking on your content, buying your products, and knowing that, when they get your product and they open it up, they're going to get that consistency and they don't have to worry. And that is the thing that you want your brand to do. Now, branding, when you think about branding, it's also a part of knowing your audience. And the better you know your audience, the easier it's going to be when it comes to creating content. How do you create content? And I'll just kind of throw this question out and you can kind of think about it. But how do you create content for someone that you don't know? And then also on the flip side of that, how can you expect an audience of people to respond to your content when they have no idea who you are, what you do, or how you can help? And so the better you are at creating that know, like, and trust factor, making that connection with people who need what you do, whatever it is that you do, whatever products and services you sell, then the better you are going to be at selling products. So selling is not like this big, it's not like this thing that is unachievable. It's something that is very achievable when you have the right things going for you. It's not about luck. It's not about money. You can spend $1,000 on ads to a product that no one knows anything about, or a product where people don't really understand or know your business. You can spend all kinds of money. You can spend, zillions of dollars on advertising and not get the results that you're looking for because you're sending the wrong message to the wrong people, or you're sending an inconsistent message. So you may hit one day and you may miss on another. So the goal is to create these foundational pieces like knowing your niche, niching down, and really just narrowing your focus to communicate and make a connection with the people who are going to be the best fit for the products and services that you offer. When you do that, you are going to be able to see better results. So hopefully that is all making sense for you. If you want to get one of our brand templates and try it out, they're very affordable. We also have some additional packages that will enable you to move ahead and niche down, find your niche down, and then also create a brand that your ideal customers can identify with and create that know, like, and trust factor. Okay, so thank you for watching today. If you have any questions about what I've covered, please feel free to put it in the comments and I will read the comments and get back to you as quickly as possible. You can also check us out on our blog. I'll put a link to our contact page and you can send any questions there as well. All right, so thank you for watching and I hope you have a great week and make it productive.